Welcome to Fit for Life. How's my posture? See, I'm sitting up nice and straight. We're going to talk about, strength training mostly. The title of the show today is Getting Stronger. So I'm just going to read you a little definition here. Inactive people lose muscle fiber at the rate of 3 to 5% every year after age 30. Can you believe that? A 30% strength loss by age sexy. How's that? Sexy. By age 60, and sometimes more. By age 70, you could lose as much as half of your strength. So that's why strength training is so important. And this is my Bible. This is a book that I got years ago when I got into this business of fitness for seniors. Actually, I've been doing it over 40 years. And yes, I've aged quite a bit, but I think it's keeping me alive too. Anyway, the author or the co-author of this book is Dr. Evans, PhD, professor of nutrition and medicine at Tufts University. And that's where I went years ago to see what they were doing. And I did my training at Hebrew Rehab, in their physical therapy department with the subjects that we used in the study. And they brought in a woman, a little tiny woman that was 103, and they put her on a leg extension machine. If you go to a gym, you know what that is. And I said, they're torturing this poor woman. She's too old to do that. But she did it, and she loved it. She was always smiling, and they did strengthen her. It's hard to believe, isn't it? But way back then, I'm going to say maybe 30, 35 years ago, there weren't too many seniors doing exercise. There were some that went to gyms or played tennis or golf, but to really get down to business and know exactly what you're supposed to be doing for your body, there are six things you need to do. You know what they are now: strength, flexibility, cardio, proper nutrition, balance work, stress management. You need all of them. You really do. And that's why we do all of them. So each of our shows will be a little bit different, but we'll be doing all the things we're supposed to be doing. So anyway, this is the book. It's called Biomarkers, the 10 determinants of aging you can control. Not totally, but you can delay the time of disability or not have it as bad. So, and they are lean body mass. That's what? Muscle, right? Perfect. So your strength, lean body or muscle mass, and then they've got strength under it. So I think what they're saying is if you do strength training, your muscles will be leaner. You'll be able to see your muscles, see the definition. Because if you have too much fat on your body, you don't see any of that, right? So again, I too feel that muscle strength is one of the most important basic fitness components, and that's why we do it. Okay. It can also raise your metabolic rate so that you can burn calories even at rest, believe it or not, because muscle burns more calories than fat. So that makes sense, right? Also, your body fat percentage, don't ask me what the numbers are because I don't know, but there is a way of measuring that. Years ago, it was complete immersion in water. And then they had something they could read how much body fat you actually had and so forth, and what to do for exercise for you. So that's interesting. There are other ways to do that today. Also, again, you can control all of these things to a certain extent, some more than others. Your aerobic capacity, we do that with our cardio. You need that too. These fall days have been so beautiful. Please get out, go to your little parks. I know. I'm seen in more than one town, and if your town has a park, which I think all of them do, you can walk there. You can walk in your neighborhood. You can just run in place. You could do aerobics. You've got to get that heart rate up to strengthen your heart and improve your endurance, so you don't get out of breath by just getting up from a chair. Or you could see a doctor about it if you notice it's really bothersome. Okay. Your blood pressure, you can control that. How? Usually with cardio and what you eat. I mean, salt isn't supposed to be good for people with high blood pressure, right? It's in some cases it's heredity, but almost everyone I know is on blood pressure medication. And you can control that somewhat, again, with cardiovascular exercise. Everyone's different. Insulin sensitivity. That's how your body reacts to the insulin that's in your pancreas. I am a type 1 diabetic, so my pancreas doesn't produce hardly any insulin at all. Some people produce insulin, but the body doesn't distribute it the way it should. It's usually someone that's overweight. So keep that in mind. We want to keep our weight at a healthy weight. Also remember, we can be a little bit heavier with age, and it's probably healthier. If you do become sick, you don't want to be too thin, because when I get the flu or something like that, my weight goes right down. So keep that in mind. We're almost done. You can control your cholesterol somewhat. Again, most people are put on medication if cardiovascular exercise and the proper diet don't work. Your bone density. When you do strength training, it in turn strengthens your bones. Do you know that? Some people have just the beginning of osteoporosis, and I'd like to see more of those people doing strength training, asking their doctor first, of course. If you have severe osteoporosis, your bones can crack with a sneeze, so make sure you have it checked out. Men get osteoporosis, but women get 80% and men get about 20%. If a man is small-boned, isn't that athletic, he too can have osteoporosis. So the last one is body temperature regulation. As we get older, we don't handle the heat as well and the cold as well. That's a whole nother subject that I don't know a ton about. But again, exercise helps with all of that. All right. I'm going to put the book down, and we're going to do some strength training with bands. We use the weights earlier in the week. So we're going to use bands today. And I am going to use, no, that isn't the one I want. This is the one I want. I was all ready. So let's do this. Let's put the band down on the floor and put your feet right on top of the band. Now we're not going to wrap this band, right? Right now, while we're down here, why don't we pull the band up and sit up as straight as we can. Pull your shoulders down. So you're using the band to kind of hold you there. How do you feel? Feels pretty good to me. All right, come forward, but keep your back straight if you can. All right, now sit up straight. And this time, you know, it might be good if you have a chair that's heavy enough. It might be easier without these arms, but I'm going to do the best I can. So we're going to just pull those bands up. Why don't we come forward a little bit? Don't fall off the chair. Be careful, right? We'll come forward, and we'll put the feet on the band again. All right, holding on, lifting up, and you're just going to pull up and then pull up again, but keep the back straight, and we're not coming forward, are we? Just lifting up. This is great for the biceps. Do you know where your biceps are? The front upper part of your arm, right? The biceps. So that means how many muscles? 2 muscles in that particular group. There are many more attached, but oh, by the way, we have about 600 muscles. So maybe after 5 or 10 years of doing this show, we will have done all of our muscles. Now, some people say 650. Maybe some people have more muscles than others. I don't know. How does that feel? It's kind of tough with this blue band. This is one of the ones that are stronger. They're a little bit thicker, a little more effort. All right, enough. Let's drop the chin down so you can relax your neck, because you've been tightening your neck, whether you know it or not. You really have. Tightening the neck. Drop your chin down, stretching your neck, your upper back just a little bit. Now bring your head up slowly and just look up at the ceiling. Don't try to drop your head back on your back. It's dangerous for those little bones in your neck. Just looking up, so you're kind of on a slant now. Now look straight ahead, look at me. And you're going to do a little turn here, just to loosen your neck up again, the side of your neck. And then we'll go back slowly. You're still holding onto your band. And then we'll come back to front. My eyes closed because it makes me tired. Not tired, sleepy. Drop your ear to your shoulder. You're going to hold your abdomen in a little bit. Why don't we exercise that, strengthen and tone that area while we're doing this, right? Does that sound right to you? All right, now I want to do my favorite one. You might have to sit back a little bit. We're going to do the same thing. You're on your heels now and your toes are up. Try to get the band in the middle of the foot. Lift your legs up. Ah, we love this one. Sitting up straight again. Try not to sit back. Up straight. Bring those elbows back. So it's great for the triceps, back of the upper arm, right? How does it feel? I think these are fairly easy, these exercises, unless you're so weak, because you haven't done anything. You'll feel it a little bit, but you should feel good. You're getting stronger, giving more definition to your body. So you can see those muscles. If you had a sleeveless dress on or top, you can see those muscles. They kind of pop right out. Don't forget, I forgot to mention it, breathe out as you on exertion and slowly back. Most people will go and stay there. You don't want that. That can raise your blood pressure, right? Try it again. We're really supposed to be doing 10. Let's try 2 more. And slowly back. You can do this first movement fairly fast. You gain your strength on controlling it on the way back. So how does that feel? Pretty good? Let's try another one. If you're up to it, wrap the band, wrap the other end, no special way. You'll know when it's right. That might be a little too long. I'd like you to wrap it again. Cross one arm over to the opposite shoulder, all right? And you're going to just reach out and bring it back. This too is good for the triceps and the shoulders a little bit. We'll say this is 3, holding that abdomen in, which I think happens naturally. 4, good. And 5, and 6, and 7. I can really feel that today. And 8. Now, if you have exercise machines in your home, that would be even nicer, wouldn't it? I may have lost count, but it's okay. We'll rest a little. Just put your hands here, knuckles together, make a little shelf, and just rest. You can close your eyes now if you want. Just for a couple of seconds. All right. So let's cross over to the other side. See, this arm isn't as flexible as the other. I can feel it. I'll have to work on that. So we're going to go out and back, and out, and back, and out. How does it feel? 4. The other side is easier for me. I don't know why. Maybe one hand is weaker, a little bit weaker this hand, and out. Say this is 6, and 7, and 8. Can you do 10? And 9. Oh boy. And 10. There we go. Great, great, great. This feels wonderful. Let's relax a little bit. Shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And then make it one continuous movement if you can. Good. Wonderful. Try it again. Great. So not so bad. Now I'd like to do our famous posture exercise with the band. So you are strengthening your upper body when you do this, but you're also improving your posture, and you'll see why. And if you've been watching the show, you've seen me do it before. Now, I'm going to leave a little bit of material here, a little bit of rubber. You're going to lift the band up and go back as far as you can. Just doing that is a wonderful exercise. You're going to drop down in the back. Now, if this is really difficult or it hurts, you can move those hands down. It just gives you more band, and it's just not as difficult. See, that feels better already. As I said, I have a stronger band. All right, that's 3, I think. So let's Lift and back and up. Number 5, up. Don't hold your breath, right? I mean, nothing's going to happen if you forget, but you don't have to do it with every single one, as long as with every single repetition, if you don't want to. But it kind of reminds you every now and then to just not hold your breath. So you would breathe out on this one, and down, up. Now see, I lost count. It's all right. Up and down. Good. Try another one. And up and down. So how does that feel? I love that one. Again, try to do 10. Normally we would do 2 sets of everything that I've done. If you're just starting out exercising, you don't have to do 2 sets. But you should work up to at least 10 reps for each, so that would be 20 reps. What do you think? Now I'm going to show you another exercise for the quadriceps. This is another strength training exercise. If you want to grab some water, go right ahead. Did you see our lovely flowers? Very fallish. I love the colors. Doesn't hurt to drink during exercise. Not while you're doing the exercise, but you don't have to wait until the end, right? All right, now here we go. This one you have to kind of get ready. You kind of have to get things together. You're going to take the band, put it on the floor like that. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. So that part's fairly easy. You're going to put the foot down on it, especially the front, the top part of the foot. And leave 3 or 4 inches there so the band doesn't fly up. And here you are right here. Do you all have that? I hope you do. Grab the end. You might want to wrap 1 time, maybe another half one. Rest your forearm on your quadricep, your thigh. All right? I'm going to try to remember to keep my back straight. Now, as you lift up like this, keep your elbow down. So you're lifting up. Do it again. 3. I made a mistake. This is for your bicep. You want your arms to remain strong so you can do things, right? Lift your grandchildren and lift your own bundles when you go shopping and that kind of thing. So up and up. Some of you might like this. Some of you might find it difficult. If it is, you can unwrap it and just do this kind of thing. So keep that in mind. So, time's going pretty fast here. So I think I'll move over to the other side. We have 2 arms, right? So we're going to put this band, the end of it, down on the floor like that. Put your foot here. So the band is on the inside of your foot, isn't it? That's where you're seeing that 3 or 4 inches there. Take the end, wrap it. Oops. We're going to wrap it. And then I kind of twist it again and put the forearm. You look down at your forearm. You can see those muscles pop. Keep your back straight. Keep your elbow down on your quadriceps. And lift up. 1. Then I will give you 1 for the quadriceps. You're going to love it. 2. And 3. Look at your arm when you lift. See that? Yeah, great. And 4. Excuse me. How many of you are left-handed? And we'll say this is 6. You're getting a good workout today with strength training. So this is the 2nd time now this week. If you wanted to do it again, or just 1 or 2 of them, wait a couple of days to do it, okay? Because you got a lot of other stuff to do. And up. I lost count. Okay, that's enough. Now, to strengthen the quadricep here, let's see if you like this one. We'll come forward again. Take the band behind your legs, feet apart now, say 5 inches, maybe 5 inches. So don't bring your feet together like this. Open out a little bit. Yeah, good. And can you tie the band around your ankles? I forgot about this one. I love this one. Here we go. Yeah. It doesn't have to be extremely tight, but because this band is so thick, I might have to move my feet in a little bit. Okay. All right, folks, here we go. All right, okay, so it's taut. The band isn't droopy, it's taut. Sitting up straight, maybe a little back, holding on. Don't let the feet come together and just lift out. Ooh. Now, there's a machine at the gym that does this. It's called the leg what? The leg extension. Put your hand on your leg as you lift. Wow. Can you feel that? 5 and 6. And you need to stretch after all this too, don't you? Yeah. 7. Can you feel it? 8. 9 and 10. All right. Rest for a minute. Just relax. All right. Let's just sit up straight, hands on the knees, and have perfect posture by pulling against your knees and bringing those shoulders down. Now that's where you should be, at least when you think of it. Maybe a couple of times a day, maybe 10 times a day. But especially reading, opening mail, everything we do is, so we have to, get those elbows back. Can you feel it? Good. All right, let's try the other side now. Lift the foot up, and then 1. Now, if you have arthritis in your knees, you might feel this one, but just do the best you can. And you could use a lighter band. By the way, each company that makes these bands has different color coding. So, they will tell you if it's a light band or medium band. Just make sure you check that out. You might want to get all 3 as you get stronger. You can buy bands at athletic supply stores, Amazon, of course, TJ Maxx. Oh yes, they don't have a lot, but I lost count again. I promise I won't do it next time. We did a lot though. I think that's enough. You can take your bands off, but I just wanted to demonstrate something to you that I thought could be dangerous for some people. So how do you strengthen the hamstring, right? Well, what you do is, I don't even know if I should show this to you right now. No, I'm not. I don't want to take a chance myself. You leave it wrapped around, just the way it was when you were sitting. And instead of out with the leg, you lift this way. So I'm going to turn the chair just a little bit. And you don't really have to use the band either if you don't want to do that, okay? So you're going to stand and just lift your leg up and down and up. Or just point your toe and lift the leg up. And that too will strengthen a little bit. All right? And then you do the other side. Up. Can you feel that in your quadriceps too, right? All right, good. All right, now we're going to do my famous 2-way stretch for your quads and your hamstrings. All right, so I'm going to put the band down. And we may have done this once before, but I love this exercise. It's for people that cannot stand and do this. All right? Or you just might want to do it because it's kind of fun. So you're going to turn a little bit so you're kind of on an angle. Reach back with the outside leg, the leg that's closest to me. And you're going to reach down if you can reach your ankle. If not, your shin is fine. Lift it up. Again, watch that posture and pull back. You can actually do this lying down in bed with both legs out to the sides, kind of straight, one leg on top of the other. You're going to pull back, sitting up nice and straight. Now you notice I'm holding onto the arm here. Great stretch for this. And if you can let go and reach and pull back at the same time, it's a full body stretch. Isn't this wonderful? Wow. Oh, you're going to be in such great shape. You'll sleep better. I sleep better when I walk, especially. So you do that, try to do that 20 or 30 seconds, just do one of them. Sitting up straight, now switch to this, to the front this time, okay? Hand right down here, back straight. Pull that chin in if you can, and come forward, and you're really going to feel a stretch there. If you do this, you won't. So keep that back straight as we do when we're standing up, right? And come forward and forward. Wow, how does that feel? We have to do the other side. Yeah, we do. So make believe we did 30 seconds. You're going to switch. This, I believe, is our last exercise today. Just reach that leg back. If you can do it, you're holding on, reaching down, lifting, and pulling back. Yeah. And reaching and pulling back. Pulling, pulling. I can feel it. I can feel it. Now remember, there are other ways to stretch. You saw me doing it standing up, but you could also do it this way. Just be careful. Again, try for 30 seconds. You're going to switch. Look at my posture. How's that? Don't I look younger when I sit up straight? I think so. Keeping your back straight, you're going to come forward. I'm feeling the stretch here. Come forward a little more if you can. You know when you can't take the pain anymore, if it's painful. How about rounding over, though, anyway, just to see if you can, oops. Oh, well, I can do it if I practice. Just don't want to practice. So there you go. There's two really good stretches. You can stretch really the whole body. The lower body is stretched away from the upper body. You've done quite a bit of strength training today, but I wanted to talk about the book a little bit and try to take a walk today. Do something. We are also going to devote at least one or two programs to meditation. We might get to a point where we do a little meditation or a little yoga breathing at the end just to relax. Whatever you like to do. So I'm going to sit back a little bit. And you're just going to drop your head right down. I think we did this after the last class. Close your eyes. I mean, this kind of makes you close your eyes, don't you think? All right, let's bring your head up again. You're going to breathe up through the nose. And as you breathe up, you're going to just push the abdomen out a little bit, as if you're filling it with air, like a balloon. So you're breathing up and pushing out a little bit. Expansion, right? And then as you exhale, watch. Your chin will drop down naturally and just tighten that area. You can pull it in if you want, if it isn't too much. It depends on how you're built, I guess. Drop that chin down. Wonderful. And then we'll bring the head back up. But we need to do more of that yoga breathing. I do it to sleep sometimes. Oh, it's time to go. Thank you so much for working with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.